The Duke of Sussex has recently laid bare some serious concerns regarding the decision to withdraw police protection for himself and Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. In a candid interview with The Telegraph, he described discovering this decision as a bitter pill to swallow, hinting at the significant impact it has had on his relationship with his father, the King. He opened up about the challenges of forgiving past treatments, emphasizing that confidential evidence presented in court has only confirmed his most troubling fears. Here's the harsh reality. The Duke believes the removal of taxpayer-funded security is a blatant tactic to pressure him and Meghan into staying in the UK after stepping back from their royal duties. He didn't hold back when he spoke outside the Royal Courts of Justice, stating that they were trying to create a happy home. This desire for a peaceful family life is being overshadowed by the looming threat of insecurity. The couple sees this withdrawal of security as a strategic move to tie them more closely to the monarchy, making their trips back to the UK not only difficult but downright dangerous. In a bold and somewhat unexpected move, the Duke has decided to sue the government to restore his protection. This isn't just another legal battle for him. He made it clear that this matter is of utmost importance, even more so than his ongoing legal skirmishes with the tabloid press, which he has often described as the main focus of his life. This one always mattered the most, he declared with conviction, underscoring the gravity of the situation. His lawsuit against the Home Office claims that the Royal and VIP Executive Committee, known as RAYC, which oversees security arrangements, has failed to adhere to its own protocols, subjecting him to unfair treatment. While full-time taxpayer-funded security is afforded to the King, Queen, and the Prince and Princess of Wales, the rules for the Duke's family are strikingly different. They are required to provide a full 30 days' notice for any visits to the UK, with security arrangements dictated by the purpose of the visit. The Duke argues that this is not just a bureaucratic inconvenience, but a direct threat to his safety and that of his family. He also suggested that the King might have some sway in these matters, pointing out that Sir Clive Alderton, the private secretary to the King, is part of RAYC. However, Buckingham Palace has firmly denied any influence over judicial decisions, reinforcing the separation of powers in this contentious scenario. Adding to the tension, it's been reported that the Duke hasn't had any communication with either his father or his brother, the Prince of Wales, for several months. The sensitive nature of the evidence surrounding security threats means that much of the legal proceedings, including last week's appeal, have taken place behind closed doors. The Duke lamented that while he could forgive many things since meeting Meghan, he finds it hard to grasp and accept the motivations behind this legal battle. He expressed frustration over certain details that have emerged from private hearings, suggesting that people would be shocked by the information being withheld and that these revelations align with his worst fears. As the appeal hearing came to a close, he admitted to feeling utterly exhausted and weighed down by a process that has consumed years of his life. Even if the ruling goes in his favor, he acknowledges that it might not bring about any significant changes to RAYC's policies. After attending the appeal hearing, he visited war victims in Ukraine, reaffirming his unwavering commitment to pursue justice, regardless of the outcome. This isn't just about him, it's about addressing broader injustices he encounters. He stated that he wants to get under the bonnet and fix it, showcasing his determination to create change. The decision from the three-judge panel is expected after Easter, and regardless of whether it's favorable or not, the Duke is committed to returning to support his charities within the UK, even if it means facing defeat. This all began back on January 8, 2020, when the Duke and Duchess made a monumental decision to reduce their involvement in royal responsibilities. At a pivotal meeting known as the Sandringham Summit, they were initially assured that their security would remain intact. However, as time passed, that assurance crumbled, leaving them in a precarious position. It's a stark reminder of how quickly circumstances can shift within the royal family, and how promises can be easily broken. The couple's decision to step back was not taken lightly. They sought to carve out a life that would allow them to focus on their family and philanthropic endeavors. Yet, the fallout has been immense, leading to a public relations storm that has left many questioning the motives behind the monarchy's actions. This situation encapsulates the struggle between personal safety and royal duty, and it raises questions about the broader implications of security protocols for public figures. The Duke's fight isn't just about him, it's about the right to feel safe and secure, especially for those who have faced public scrutiny and threats. As he navigates this legal labyrinth, the stakes couldn't be higher. The world is watching, and the outcomes could redefine the contours of royal responsibilities and personal freedoms. The path ahead is fraught with challenges, and it's clear that the Duke of Sussex is prepared to fight tooth and nail for what he believes is right. Whether it's through the courts or through his humanitarian efforts, he is determined to carve out a future that ensures safety and justice, not just for himself and his family, but for others who find themselves in similar situations. The Duke's perspective is shaped by his experiences, both personal and public. Growing up in the royal spotlight, he has witnessed firsthand the pressures that come with being a member of the royal family. The constant scrutiny, the relentless media attention, and the expectations placed upon him have all contributed to his desire for a different path. He has often spoken about wanting to break the cycle of suffering that has plagued his family for generations, and this legal battle is an extension of that commitment. Now, as he stands at the forefront of this fight, he is not alone. Meghan has been a steadfast partner in this journey, supporting him every step of the way. Together, they have spoken out against the injustices they have faced, shining a light on issues that resonate with many. Their willingness to tackle difficult subjects, such as mental health and systemic racism, has garnered both admiration and criticism. But one thing is undeniable: they are unafraid to challenge the status quo and advocate for change. The clock is ticking, and the anticipation builds as we await the court's decision. What will happen next, and how will this impact the Duke and Duchess of Sussex? One thing is certain: they won't back down easily. This fight is far from over, and it's a stark reminder of the complexities and challenges that come with navigating royal life in the modern age. The world will be watching closely as this story unfolds, and the implications of the ruling could resonate far beyond the walls of the courtroom.